You want to say anything to anybody?
Hello.
Hello, all right.
Got a Corvette there. This is the other thing about Mexico is nobody waits. So this is how you get these log jams. See? That means get out of my way. Yeah, commuting anywhere is terrible, any city I think, but Mexico City, it's extra bad. I try not to use the metro or drive during morning or afternoon rush hour. It's an exercise in frustration. Yeah, blocking the bike lane. The insanity. And here comes the rain. Yeah, see, it's red light and they're still coming. This is something Mexico is going to have to do, is they're going to have to, the mayor of Mexico City should have cops. That's what made a real positive change to New York City, is when Rudy Giuliani had cops at the intersections. And I'm pretty sure he was giving them like $500, it was at least $250, but maybe $500 fines. They called it an in-the-box fine. And if you went into the box and the light turned red, then too bad, so sad, you got a ticket. So all these people would be getting $500 tickets. Bang, 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 bang. They should put like bumpers on the front of those things and just bounce them right off. Boing. And now it's a red light. So look, now this guy, he's blocking traffic from coming. What a shit show, man. But for anybody who's Mexican and listen, they get offended by any critique at all. When somebody critiques a place where I live, yeah, I might not be happy about it, but if they're right, I don't get offended. I'm like, yeah, we should change it. But in Mexico, the people's attitude are like, hey, you don't like it, go home, man. You get that attitude in the United States too. To some extent, but my point is that instead of being defensive, should just take action. And you have to wonder what, I mean, it would be so easy to change this in the course of a month. If they put me in charge of this, I would have this fixed in 1 or 2 months, and the city would make a lot of money. Bus should not go through the light, because now that left, right, left, right. Interesting. The car is using the bus lane. But hey, the cop's not going to stop you. Why not? Oh. See, so they go through a red light, and then they have to stop here to allow the pedestrians. And if the pedestrians give a break, they'll go right through. See, it's a red light, but they don't care. Oh, Ford Bronco. Don't see many of those. See this? See that? They're still coming. And it's been red for 5 seconds. So the guy's backing up. There's a Tesla. Oh, so they block traffic right here. It's a shit show. See that? See, so these people, it's red, but they're gonna go. If you're big, use your size. Okay, I'm gonna call out when it turns orange. Although you should be able to see it on the screen. Oh, already, never mind. Wasn't paying attention. There we go. And you'll see they keep coming. Look at this guy. Keep coming. Keep coming. I could have several patrols out here and pay for their monthly wages in just one rush hour. Now, I'm not into cops doing chicken shit tickets like speed traps and getting you for going like 35 and a 30. But this is, when you have infrastructure, it has to function properly, especially in rush hours, because otherwise it turns an hour journey into a 2-hour journey. The other thing in Mexico, and again, I'm not saying this to insult Mexico, it's just my observation. The people who are the leaders or the managers, most of them are absolutely useless. They do nothing. They should be actively monitoring, training, correcting, so that when you have a system and a procedure, the managers are making sure that that system and procedure is uniform. Everybody does it the same way every time. But that's not the way it is here. And again, blanket statements aren't always true. It's true most of the time. Okay, we've got a red light there. All these Vespas are blue. Or whatever it is. All right, we'll do one more light. So this time I'll call out when it goes yellow. I think it's, okay, yellow, 1, 2, red. Well, better than usual. Well, you see, why go? Now you're in the box. That guy's jumping the light. You'll see that a lot. You'll see people jumping the light. That's normal. Just got to keep your head on a swivel when you're crossing the street. Don't assume that they see you. Don't assume you have the right of way. Be ready to boogie. What's that car? What is that? I don't know what that is. Looks like a Volvo, but couldn't read the logo. See, that's a Chevy. I mean, Chevy has a very distinctive logo. It's just too bad that their cars are garbage. Well, that's a good question. Would I buy a Chevy or a Kia? Oh boy. Chevy, Kia, Hyundai. I don't know. The problem is I'm reading this so much that we're going back. I mean, in the 70s and the 80s, I mean, cars were garbage. You know, for you to have a car that made 100,000 miles back then, you're lucky. And from what I'm hearing, that's the way a lot of these cars are going back to, where these, you know, they're getting rid of manual transmissions and they're going to these fancy automatic, I forget what they're called. There's a Tesla right there, I think. No, that's not a Tesla. And so these transmissions are the weak link of a car. And they can never be easily repaired or replaced either. It's why I like a manual transmission, because you tend to get. I've gone hundreds of thousands of miles on my vehicles, never had an issue with a clutch or anything to do with my transmissions. But I've had two Fords with automatics that needed new transmissions at about 100,000 miles, between 100 and 120. All right, my voice is shot. I gotta go. But you know, with all that said, I very rarely see accidents in Mexico City. See a couple, but usually minor. Oh, that's not good. Got 4 buses right in a row, so it's going to take about 2-3 minutes to offload those. There's a BYD right there. Yeah, I like this intersection because can easily get all directions pretty well. That's the other thing, you're on a bike, cars don't even register you. Don't even register you. All right, this will be the last one. We'll do the red light and go. Yellow, 1, red. There you go. Look at them all going through. What a fool. Get out of his way. He's not stopping. Got 8 seconds. Okay, light is turned red, and you see they're still coming. See, taxis, collectivos, buses. Yep, I'd whack them all. And that's the thing, you know, we see Trump with these tariffs, right? Hey man, when you do something, you plan it, and then you enforce it. You don't bend, you don't back off. So, Mexico City, hire Gringo Dave. I'll have the traffic solved within a couple months. Of course, I'd probably have to fire a lot of people, because whenever you do these type of programs, there's going to be probably 25-30% of people who resist and don't follow instructions, and they'll try to gum up the works that way. You know, kind of like union labor does. They'll not work, and that's how they try to thwart your attempts at things. So you go in with all this planned out. I mean, this is if you're going to be a professional, this is what you have to do. You just, and how many times in this world do we see companies launch these marketing programs, or government launch these programs, and it's like, was anything planned, guys? Did you have more than, I mean, do you just want chaos? Is that all you want? That's an electric Volvo, naughty, naughty. All right, have a good night, everybody. Shortcut right on the side. Yay. Wouldn't want to drive at this time of day. Traffic doesn't move. So they're all in the box, and the light is turning red. And look at where they are. So where are these guys gonna go? Nowhere. And look, there's a transit cop right here. Not that that means anything. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $1,000 worth of tickets right there. What is this? Gonna sing the national anthem here, I guess. Well, that's about $10,000 in tickets right there. Alright, so we'll count it down when it goes. Okay, got yellow, 1, 2, red. Wow, shocking. It actually stopped. Let's see how many get through. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna get a bunch here. 6. Look at that, 12 cars. As he swallowed up. What a nightmare. See, on the all these people going into the box, they would get tickets if that light turned red. And that's how you have to train your drivers. Just because the light green doesn't mean you go into the box. So what you'd do is you'd have like a 2-week moratorium where for the first 2 weeks you would run it like regular. You'd pull people over and everybody would get warnings for the first 2 weeks. And if somebody's pulled over a second time, whammo. See, red light, they're coming. So when you're crossing the street, you know, you got to realize that for about 3 seconds after the walk light turns on, see, this guy's still trying to go. Yeah, and this is a professional truck driver, supposedly. So literally maybe one or two cars made it through here. So now they're gonna, of course, they're gonna go. So when government doesn't do their job, okay, that they're supposed to have, when things break down and don't work, then people are going to take rules into their own hand. And yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, because in countries like this, there's pretty much, you do whatever you want. You just got to make sure that you don't get hurt in the process. Got to keep your head on a swivel. But obeying the rules, obeying the laws, doesn't guarantee you're not going to get hurt. Now this is Avenida Revolution Ave, and you can see it's traffic on this is much worse. Getting onto the police van. It's a red light, but they're all moving into the box. And it gets worse down at the next intersections. Imagine having to go do this commute every night. Live long and prosper.